Good day all. Now we're going to have a training on the benefits and the use of long-lasting insecticidal nets. They are the bed nets we use, but now they're called long-lasting insecticidal nets because they've been treated with safe insecticides which can be used to repel or kill the mosquitoes when they come into contact with it. Because Nigeria, we're trying to fight the menace of malaria in our country. The mortality and morbidity rate of malaria is high, so we want to look into that. That's why the government was looking into bringing nets into the country. So now I want to give us just a short training on how to use the nets and how to care for them. Because in Nigeria we had a plan, the strategic plan for the use of nets to be at least we have to have 100% ownership for our nets and 80% usage. That is why I'm going to do this training. Actually, the benefits of the use of the LLIs are nets that have been factory impregnated with insecticides. They are safe insecticides, they won't harm a person, but they affect the mosquitoes because it has a tendency of killing or repelling the mosquitoes. Then it is recommended that its lifespan is between 3 to 5 years, but WHO recommends an average of 3 years. That's the lifespan of the insecticide on the nets. So after those number of years, it normally doesn't have that repellent or knockdown effect on the nets, on the mosquitoes, but it's a barrier between the human and the mosquito once you sleep inside the nets. So that's another advantage. Even after the 3 years, you can still use it, but as a barrier effect because of the dose of the insecticide not have gone down at that time. Then the insecticide, as I said, they are very safe because after all the research that has been carried out, it's just it's a negligible amount percentage of people that had some reactions on them, and it's just for a day or so when they come into contact with the nets. But if you air it for 24 hours, because once you take it out of the bag, air it for 24 hours. After 24 hours, you can bring it into the room and hide it over your sleep area. You understand? We don't call it bed nets because the people in the remote village say, I don't have a bed, so I can't use a net. Do you understand? Yes. But you have to use it over your sleep area. Even if you sleep on a mat or on the floor, put it there, and so that you're protected from those mosquitoes. Then the insecticide is normally bound into the fiber of the netting material, so it's safe. When you wash it, it doesn't go off or anything. You will at least wash it for over 21 times before the effects of the chemicals start going down on the nets. Though the dosage might reduce with time, but it's not going out completely till after around 21 washes or after 3 years of use. And they have different characteristics for the nets. They come in different sizes, different shapes, different colors, different fabrics. Some are made out of cotton, some are out of polyester, polystyrene, and polythene. So we have different types. So when you see one, if now, for example, I've shown you a cotton one, when you see a polythene one, don't think it's not good, it's also good because they are made from different materials. And the colors, it comes in different colors. We have the green, white, pink, blue, yellow, any color. So you can choose any color you want because there are some cultures that have this myth of, no, white is mainly for dead body, so I don't want white. Then government has decided now let us use green for them, or blue, or yellow. There are colors that definitely you don't have a problem with it. So if you have a problem with another color, you can choose another color. They are all existing. And they come in different shapes. We have the conical types, the rectangular, the pyramidal, the wedge type. But the most common one over here in Nigeria is the conical type and the rectangular. There are advantage of both of them. One, the advantage of the rectangular type is it's bigger and wider, so you have more people that can sleep under one net, inside one net. Do you understand? But for the conical, its advantage over the rectangular is it's easier to tie because you just tie it in one end, and that's the needle. You just hang it to the ceiling, and that's all. But for the rectangular, you have to have like 4 edges where you will hang it to. Some come with even 6 edges. So that is the pros and cons of each one of them. And they come in various sizes. For the secondary school small beds, for the 6 spring, for the 10 spring, for the 4x6 beds, for the king size, for the extra king size, you understand? Yes. You all have them for different sizes. So it depends on the size of your sleep area. That's the size you can get and use it. Then, now about the care of the nets. About the care of the nets, you can wash your nets, not with detergent or any like bleach or other things. Some will think the white one, let me use a bleach on it, it's going to affect the chemicals. You have to wash it with a mild soap. Let's say a key soap, or there is a common P29 soap we have over here in Nigeria, so we can use that one too because they are mild, they are not very harsh on the nets, yes. Then when it's torn, because you know it's a material, it can tear. Maybe a sharp object touched it, or after a while, because of manhandling and other things, it can tear. Once it tears, just get a thread and needle and mend it. You don't have to say it's damaged, let me treat it. You can still use it, just use your thread and needle and mend it. Even if you don't have a thread and needle, maybe it has torn, you can just pinch on where it tore and tie it. At least you can just do a knot. You know, you've covered that hole, it will still be functional. So, and when you're not using it, that's when after you wake up in the morning, you're no longer in bed again, you can just fold it. You don't have to untie it all the time and keep untying it. That's stressful. Once you fix the permanently, just fold it over the bed. Yes, roll it up and keep it there. Then if you come in the night, you're going back to bed, then you bring it down and tuck it under your sleep area. You have to tuck it in. Because if you leave it open, mosquitoes might find a way of coming in. Do you understand? So we can say, I can like briefly say the benefits are, it has a barrier effect because mosquitoes cannot gain access because the holes are small, they can't penetrate through those holes. It has a knockdown effect. The chemicals can knock them down. When they come in contact with the chemicals, it can kill them. And it has a repellent effect also. Once they come into the room with the nets, they are not comfortable, they have to find a way out. So it repels the mosquitoes from that room. So the advantage of using a bed net, that's the lines in your room, is that even if a person is sleeping beside you, not inside the bed, the nets, you will still have protection to some extent because it repels the mosquitoes out of the room. So you see, when they are not in the room, even the person that is not in the bed nets will definitely be safe. Yes, he's benefiting from that net. So I want like two of you, please help me. Let's demonstrate how to hang the nets because some people will not know how to hang it when they get home. So we'll just do like a small demonstration on how to hang it. So you see, we have this one has like 6 edges where you can tie, but you can even tie at just 4 places, and that's all. You see, this is you see this one has like 6, but you can even leave the ones in the middle and tie just the edges, those 4 places. And when you're tying it, don't say because the string is short, you're going to take it very high up and there'll be a space between you and the sleep area. It has to be very low to flow under your sleep area so that you can be able to tuck it. Please, others, are you seeing it? Yes. That is how to tie the nets. You can just tie this side, tie those edges, and get a nail, put it on the wall and tie it to it. So when you're not in bed, you can just fold it this way. Just fold it. You know, you don't have to open it, but it's still tight, but you folded it. So at least children will not play on it and spoil it on time. So once you come to sleep, you bring it down and just tuck it over under your sleep area. So, and also, so these nets, they made it in such a way that nobody will have a complaint and say, thank you, we can just sit down. Okay. Nobody will complain and say, the edge is too short, so how can I go about it? Those that manufacture the net included a string for you. Even if it's short, there's another additional string for you to tie it and get it to wherever you want it to go to the end of the rooms. So there are enough strings that you can use to increase the length when you're tying it. And also, there's like, let me say a handout, or what do I say, it's an instruction leaflet that comes with every pack. Some, they come with an instruction leaflet inside. Some, the instructions are on the packs outside, so you can read it on the packs. But this one, it comes with the instruction leaflets on how to hang it, how to wash it, how to fold it up. You see, you can even hang it, how not to hang it, it has shown you, and how to mend it. Everything is on it. There is both the pictorial view and the instruction written. So even if a person is an illiterate, he doesn't understand what we're reading, he can still see the pictures and it will make sense to him. You understand? So even if the person can read, he can still see the pictures and read everything so that he can understand the use and the care for the nets. Everything is here, and there's even a brief history about malaria on it and how to prevent malaria. It's all on the leaflets that is inside. And everyone will be given the leaflets and the net so that you can go and read it and understand everything before you start using the net. Please don't forget to to air it for 24 hours under the shade, not in the sun. Air it for 24 hours before you start using it. When you air it, then you just put it in and start using it. You'll see the effects. I hope you've all understood.
Yes.
Does anyone have a question? Yes?
My question goes this way. We know the nature of white is not everybody that can maintain white. So
Yes.
how do you go about, since the net come in white color, so how do you go about maintaining, bringing the sparkling color of that white?
Okay, thank you very much. If I understand, you said because of the nature of white, you want it to always be sparkling. So how do you go about it? You know the net is not like a cloth we wear that we go out and come back for it to get dirty easily or change color. But once it will have to be dirty because of dust and heat, Harmattan season, dust and other things come into the room. So once it's dirty, just take it down, wash it with a mild soap. Once it's dry, you can hang it back. The color will not change. Do you understand? Because it's not something you take outside, put it on the ground and other things for the color to start changing. So once you wash it with a mild soap, it still comes back to its white color. Do you understand?
Yes.
Is there any question after that? Yes?
How long are you going to use this before washing?
Once it's dirty, there is no limit for you to use it. Once it's dirty, just wash it. Do you understand? But a minimum of about 22 washes will reduce the dose of the chemical. Once after 22 washes, it will no longer have that chemical effect, but just the barrier effect. Do you understand? Even if it doesn't get dirty till after 1 year, maybe you have a very good house, everywhere is closed, and you do not wash it up to a year, no problem. There's no problem to that. But normally the lifespan of the net is just 3 years. The chemical, the lifespan of the chemical on the net. It's either 3 years or 22 washes. It depends on which one comes first. Do you understand? So even if it expires, you still have the barrier effects, but no longer that repellent effect. Do you understand?
Yes.
Is there any other question? Okay. So I'm going to give each and every one of us one that so that we can go and understand and enjoy the benefits and become advocates of net ambassadors. That's what we call it. We become a net ambassador when you know the benefits of the net. You're welcome. Please read the leaflets inside because the leaflets are inside. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we opened this one. So it's still very, very effective because we just broke it open now. Okay, thank you very much.
So